Welcome back to San Pedro Sula and Estadio Morazan, which is nearly sold out tonight. It is the semifinal of the Concacaf Under-20 Championship, and tonight serves as the Olympic qualifier. United States and Honduras meeting in the Honduran soccer capital of San Pedro Sula. 89 degrees Fahrenheit. We are just a short trip away from the Estadio Olímpico Metropolitano that's been host to so many major games over the years. It'll be a bandbox-style Estadio Morazan tonight under the lights. The Dominican Republic in penalties and Guatemala's run. The Dominican Republic is going to the Olympics for the first time in 2024. As for this game, the Dominican Republic and Guatemala had never played at the under-20 level. There wasn't really much to go off of. Honduras and the U.S., they've been doing this for a minute. They've been doing it for a long time, dating back to 1976. They've met in the final, they've met in the semifinal. They're going to try it again here tonight with the Olympics very much on the line here. For the U.S., it's been a while since they've managed to make it to the Olympics. It's been considered a great national failure that they haven't been able to get there. The last time they arrived was 2008. They've missed the last three, and the last two have been at the hands of this very Honduran team. The U.S. coming off of shocking disappointment in the semifinals in 2 consecutive Olympic qualifying tournaments. Well, this year they look borderline indomitable. They've been remarkable. They're plus 20 in goal difference. They could also be taking a real lesson from Mexico. Overlook nobody. Mexico, the 13-time champion, ousted in the quarterfinal. Well, now the U.S. after wins over St. Kitts and Nevis, Cuba, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. And the draw against Canada have their shot. Then there's the home-standing Honduran crowd, one that's just now beginning to stand. You can't pack any more people into this venue than exists right now. They've had a good run against the U.S. at this level historically, and if you look at their run through this tournament, it was a difficult group with Jamaica and Costa Rica. They knocked both of them off. They go 9-4, none allowed, including the 3-0 win against Antigua and Barbuda. They go to the round of 16. They dominate Curacao, who arrived through the preliminary qualifying. They knock off Panama 2-1. Penalties key in that game. And now, with a 34-year-old head coach and a bunch of players under the age of 20, they have hopes of bringing Honduras back to Olympic glory. What a gorgeous venue this is when the lights are turned on, when the stands are packed. It's going to be loud, boisterous, and certainly one-sided tonight as the U.S. tries to qualify for the Olympics for the first time since 2008, and Honduras qualifies for their 4th consecutive World Cup. Now they're attempting to get back to the Olympics for a 6th consecutive effort, rather, over the last 7 years. The only time they've missed was 2004 since the turn of the millennium. The previous game between the Dominican Republic and Guatemala went all the way to penalties. It meant it was a hurried warm-up for both teams. As soon as the final spot kick went in, you saw the Honduran team take the corner of the field furthest away from the celebration just to try and get a feel here for Estadio Morazan. Well, they went back to the locker room, and it appears they're ready to rejoin the fray now. This Concacaf Under-20 Championship could not have lined up better for these two teams. Preliminary squad, the Dominican Republic had to fight back all 120 to lift the trophy. Some might think all you have to do is get through today. Therein lies the problem. The 2 top teams remaining came from the same side of the bracket. Honduras takes the field in front of their boisterous home crowd. The United States trying to exercise over a decade worth of Olympic demons and find the Olympic dream that they've ultimately found so elusive. They take the field to the Under-20 Championship Concacaf anthem. You'll hear the anthem of the United States, then the anthem of Honduras, and then we'll kick this one off in San Pedro Sula.
Damas y caballeros, por favor, de pie. A continuación, los himnos nacionales de Estados Unidos y Honduras.
Here we go in San Pedro Sula. It's the matchup we've all been waiting for. It's Honduras to take on the United States. It's a chance for the second of the two tickets everybody came here for. Here's the side that Mikey Varas has assembled for the U.S. It has been near constant turnover in the group to try and keep them as healthy as possible. No Cade Cowell. What a wild ending to the game against Costa Rica. His tournament's over. McGlynn, Edelman, and Fokranis enter the 11. Neal, Luna, and Puskas are out of the 11. Chris Brady remains in goal for a fifth time. Ivan Barton of El Salvador oversees the match. Brian Lopez of Guatemala, the fourth official. There will be the benefit of VAR. See the captains waiting to exchange pennants. Well, one of them is. That's Aaron Zuniga. Carlos Batres of Guatemala and Angel Monroy of Mexico in the VAR room. Daniel Edelman will captain the side for the U.S. A look at the lineup that Luis Alvarado has assembled for Honduras. Zuniga captains the side. Nunez moves to the bench. His only start in the tournament was last time out against Panama in the quarterfinal. Exxon Arzu comes into the 11. His second start of the tournament, the player for Real España in Honduras. All eyes on Marco Aceituno. 6 goals in 5 games. A look at the Honduran bench. Will they get back to another Olympic Games? Can the U.S. end a 3-cycle drought? Yvonne Barton, the opening whistle. Here we go in this semifinal. The United States taking on Honduras in the Concacaf Under-20 semifinal. Recovered by Halliday. Pirouetting through is McGlynn. Clearance deflects away the U.S. in red and blue. White with blue trim for Honduras. A throw for Quinn Sullivan. Contact, free kick, USA. It's a wall of 3 Honduran players just over 100 seconds in. Ball crafted in front. Oh, can you believe it? Paxton Aronson! 2 minutes in! He scored again for Mikey Varas and the United States. A trio of runs cascading, Aronson out in front of them all. A dream start for the U.S. Aronson, Sullivan, Away by Kranis. Aronson 2 goals against Costa Rica in the quarterfinal. They qualified the U.S. not only to the semifinal, but to the Under-20 World Cup in Indonesia. For Honduras, Aceituno twice scored off a missed penalty, made a penalty of his own. 2-1 over Panama. They return to this same field now 3 days later. Ripped at target by Jack McGlynn. Aronson relishing in playing the 9. Not a role that he typically plays in Philadelphia. Taken down by McGlynn. Lost a touch by Arriaga. Halliday. McGlynn. Off the head of Caden Clark. 11 different American goal scorers in their now 23 goals. 13 of the 25 goals scored this year by the U.S. Under-20s, including a pre-tournament match against Argentina, scored by the 4 members of the Philadelphia Union. They include Paxton Aronson. Talented, talented academy. Bubbling up and making a real impact. Brady punches. The U.S. taking the lead inside 3 minutes. Yellow card shown. It's Mauricio Cuevas. Referee stopping play. Cleared. As far as Contreras. Edelman. Alvarado. Bounces off Carrasco. Pressure pouring down. Rolls to the goalkeeper. It's Garcia. Another set piece for the U.S. Could be Craig. No, it's McGlynn. Ball bouncing, save Garcia. He's got his arms outstretched. How was Quinn Sullivan quite so open? It was just a bit too tall for him. Kept by for Kranis. And rolled all the way back here to Cuevas. Brady. Aronson. Glenn through Halliday. Sullivan. Sullivan. Halliday. Poor service. Headed away from Edelman. Held up by Kranis. Was charging in, and Sorto did well to keep it. That's short-lived. Spewed down the left touchline. Caden Clark. Tight quarters. McGlynn. Edelman. Alvarado keeping it. Cuevas. Held up in the box away from Aronson. Swept up by Pena. Off the head of Alvarado. Crowd rises in unison in San Pedro Sula. The slide in, ill-fated. Tapped over the bar defensively by Kranis. All the work put in by Arzu. And Acetuno waiting. Leads to a Honduran corner. Near post. Garcia. Staying on side. Brady. Halliday. For Kranis. Brady. Cuevas, Adelman, as far as McGlynn, distribution through Sullivan, Halliday rolls through, ahead from Clark, Aronson, chipped it across, nobody home, Clark a bit late to the festivity. From Mauricio Cuevas, who was picked up by Club Brugge. The end of his contract in Los Angeles. Ball teed up for McGlynn. Room here for Honduras. So much spin on that. Now Honduras on the ball through Pena. Plays it Marathon. Wasn't there for Arriaga. This is Estadio Morazan in San Pedro Sula, home to Real España. Tarzu's home stadium, among others. Aronson, Sullivan. Aronson back through, McGlynn. Overlap from Michael Halliday. Lynn. Good turn over to Aronson. Cut it back. Kranis had it red. Edelman couldn't yank that down. Difficult to maintain. Honduras into the final third. Carrasco. Craig sprints over. But he lost it to touch. 2 goals within 5 minutes of either side of halftime for Honduras was the U.S. undoing an Olympic qualifying for the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. In 2016, Albert Elise scored twice for Honduras. A 2-0 Honduran win. Already you could say the U.S. off to a drastically better start than either of the previous 2 instances against this Honduras team. Sorto. The area. Not over Halliday, covered by Sullivan. Halliday sprinting forward. In theory, the U.S. are the more rested team. The way they've distributed their minutes. Honduras combining 18 players from the Primera Division in Honduras with 2 in the second division, complete their 20-man roster. Kranis allows Halliday back. Aceituno up front. Aceituno calls this venue home. He scored twice for Real España in the Clisora. Clark couldn't win it back. Craig, Edelman, wide from Aronson, Cuevas, crossing, touched, in! Alejandro Alvarado, his first of the tournament! And the United States lead by 2. We just saw a 2-goal lead dissipate in the previous semifinal. The U.S. looks in command. The back heel touch from Alvarado slips under Garcia. 22nd minute, 2-0 USA. Incredible. Cleared by Cuevas. That wasn't it for the U.S. They could be putting the pedal down. Halliday. Well, this loud, extraordinary crowd at Estadio Morazan. Starting to gain an odd feeling amongst it. You can feel it. Nearly 18,000 fans packed in to a full venue. Cuevas. That's a tug of the shirt from Aronson. Going awry. Edelman down. "25 minutes in. Took 3 minutes for the U.S. to grab the lead. Paxton Aronson. Alvarado doubled the U.S.'s money in the 22nd minute. Glenn, Halliday, look at Cuevas, that ball to Alvarado. What a finish. With the U.S. a 2-0 lead. Ball brought down by Fercranis. Edelman towards Sullivan. Good from Edelman. Glenn. Room to run through here at midfield. Aronson further, too far for Sullivan. Ball launched from distance. Garcia gives it a courtesy dive on McGlynn's effort. Edelman has taken a couple shots tonight. Restart from McGlynn through Edelman. McGlynn. It's incredible how this two-ticket tournament with a trophy at the end provides gradual goals. Certainly on the other side of the bracket, it played a role. Can we get to the Under-20 World Cup? Can we get out of the group? The Dominican Republic and Guatemala. did both of those. They get to a semifinal. Can we go to the Olympics? Get a shot, either the U.S. or Honduras, for a trophy, the under-20 level. Dominican Republic assured that through in penalties over Guatemala. Chipping from range, Clark got it wrong. A young coach took over in November 2021. Mikey Vares against a 34-year-old Honduran. Played for Progreso, Luis Alvarado. Down by Pena. Sullivan. Work through McGlynn. There's Sullivan. That's McGlynn. Strung that through lines well. Led by Aronson for Sullivan. Didn't have a lot of support. And Rodas took it away. Full spin from Edson Rocha. Diagonal switch for Sullivan. Cut out easily. Came down to Pena. Worked through Rocha. Honduran crowd looking for something to cheer for. Traris ahead. Swooping in Alvarado. Aronson. Ball ahead for Clark. That is too far. Arriaga. Sullivan ripped down. Ball forward. And tapped out in front. Grab there by Garcia. And he tries to distribute as quickly as he can. There is nobody there for Honduras. And the U.S. take over. Alvarado. Back heel flick on here for the U.S. Ball in front. Garcia toward the line, cleared away. Clark trying to get the finishing touch. Goal line clearance keeps this from being 3-0. Honduras has had very significant trouble doing anything offensively to this point. The U.S. are charging forward again. Ball deflects free and a crack. Garcia got a piece. Aronson was chasing it. Yeah, Honduras knows this isn't working. They're making a change. Injured player down is Edson Rocha. Rocha up under his own power. It's Isaac Castillo waiting to come on. Yeah, it's Rocha off and Castillo on. Crowd applauds. He has more experience in the Primera Division than any other member of the team. That was Concacaf League debut against Dirianjin back in his age 17 season 2 years ago. Alvarado going through, and the chance there for the U.S. to pull level. Remarkable cycled effort away from the line. Sullivan crossing, and Cuevas is trying to take that out of the air and do something truly spectacular. Oh, if he gets this right. Arzu, free kick, Honduras. How much can you challenge here if you're Odin Pineda? Pena went for it. Odin Pena goals in the Clausura for Marathon. Regular season and Liguilla. Adelman. Clark. Teammates with New York Red Bulls. Sullivan. Halliday. Clark. Halliday. McGlynn. Sullivan, teammates in Philadelphia for the Union. Fending off Sullivan. For Kranis. Adelman. Cuevas. Adelman. Halliday. McGlynn. Aronson. Scored the opener. He got shoved off the ball cleanly there. Slide from Alvarado, couldn't stop it, but comes out as far as Edelman. The U.S. reclaim again. For Kranis. Adelman. Glenn. Cuevas throwing for the U.S. 3 minutes and stoppage time to go. U.S. trying to put a bow on what you could probably describe as a perfect half from their perspective. And here Clark, around the goalkeeper. Clark, toward the line. Sullivan! An unimaginably brilliant American start. 3-0 up in San Pedro Sula. And Honduras is on the ropes. Around the keeper, Sullivan on side, taps it in. Honduras has been beaten every way imaginable, and the scoreline proves it. Honduras needs to figure things out. It has not been their night. Carrasco, Halliday. Corner, Honduras. Held up, Castillo. Minute and change till halftime. Kept alive here for Honduras. Struck from distance, won't challenge Brady. One added minute. Launched by Castillo. Cleared down to the other end. Grabbed by Garcia. And that is the halftime whistle. Well, the response of the crowd tells you all you need to know. The U.S. dominate that first half. Alvarado in the 22nd, a pair of Philadelphia teammates, Sullivan and Aronson, early and late. And the U.S. is halfway to Paris here in San Pedro Sula. Halftime at Estadio Morazan. And you'd call it a stunner if you hadn't seen the U.S. dominate their run-up to this match. USA 3,
Concacaf app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things Concacaf. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your Concacaf experience to the next level. Download now the official Concacaf app, available on the App Store and Google Play. The official Concacaf app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things Concacaf. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your Concacaf experience to the next level. Download now the official Concacaf app, available on the App Store and Google Play. Concacaf app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things Concacaf. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your Concacaf experience to the next level. Download now the official Concacaf app, available on the App Store and Google Play.
Well, the United States are halfway to where they've ultimately dreamed of being now for the better part of a decade and a half. Changes here at halftime to try and turn this thing around. Odin Pena coming off. It's Anthony Garcia, who plays at Vida in Honduras, coming in. It's not the only one. They're trying to find some semblance of a turnaround here. 3-0 USA at halftime in San Pedro Sula when Honduras agreed to host this tournament in 2020. There's a good chance they didn't think it would be quite like this. That tournament canceled, moved ahead to 2022. They had the Olympic qualifying aspect. On to the second half we go. Both these teams are going to Indonesia in 2023 for the Under-20 World Cup. And now the U.S. is 3 goals up in their pursuit, going to Paris for the Olympics in 2024, reaching the final against a upcoming U20 World Cup and Olympic debutante, the Dominican Republic. This is Craig. Assisted the opening goal in the 3rd minute to Paxton Aronson. Cueva steps in. Carrasco. There's Jeffrey Macias. Contreras slithering through. Contreras tees it up. That's going to be an easy save with a bit of a bobble. Brady. And Castillo finally getting into the attack here. They're going to have to press. Garcia on for Arzu, whose role in this game was forgettable. Say that for just about everything in the final third for Honduras. The opening half. Ball in over the top, Aronson. Alvarado, Aronson. Also comes, late whistle at that. Alvarado also got taken down. The first challenge into Aronson. They brought it back to that. Call him Medford Messi. His brother now at Leeds. Brendan Aronson from Medford, New Jersey. Wall is a pair of Honduran players. Castillo and Carrasco drew the short straw. It's Craig and McGlynn over the ball. McGlynn runs over Craig. Cuevas. Bruce Sullivan gave it away cheaply. Floated the other way by Castillo. Returns the favor. Aronson has Cuevas. Foul, Honduras. Over aggressive from Macias. McGlynn. Turned through midfield by Sullivan. Coughed it up. Honduras to the halfway line. Rolls back. Garcia did enough. the U.S., you're wondering, probably not for the upcoming World Cup in Qatar. That's probably a bridge too far. This group might look like come 2026 when North America welcomes the World Cup. That's Edelman. We see two Aronsons in that team. When Sullivan has tidied up some goals, can he bring that form back home? How many of these players are now on the radar of clubs overseas that may have interest? Perhaps even the clubs that currently own their contract in Major League Soccer. The vast majority of them. Is there more time to be had? Is this raised eyebrows, ruffled feathers? Substitution coming here for the U.S. It's it for Cuevas, and Noah Allen comes on. Cuevas, the only player for the U.S. on a yellow card. First sub, first window, of course, for the U.S. Allen featuring for Inter Miami. David Beckham's club. Alvarado. Clark. Allen firing down the line, but it's Clark on the move. He tees it across for McGlynn. The deflection angles over toward Arriaga. Aceituno has had no role tonight, none. This has been constricting stuff from the U.S. all night long. Aronson chased Garcia all the way down. Carrasco won't even give that a run. Brady. Unfortunately for Chris Brady, who just signed an extension through 2026. Just watch the goalkeeping position, at least in the short term, for Chicago Fire. Grabbed by Gaga Slanina. Made to the U.S. Struck on a line. Brady slides over. Nothing doing. Jeremy Rodas. Danger here for the U.S. With the United States. Seemed to be a bit of confusion about that. Ball bounces through. It's Aronson. Angling for the flag. The throw for the U.S. Allen will do it. Contact that belongs to Honduras. 10 minutes into the second half. For Kranis. Ball through, excellent Alvarado. All the way, Aronson! Flag apparently up. They allowed it to play out. Did appear to have a step. Can Honduras get one back? They've earned a corner through Macias. Has managed 3 goals in 5 substitute appearances for Honduras. Some items being flung onto the field. So Ivan Barton is asked that play be stopped. Now a corner for Honduras. Swung in, header saved away from the line. And struck by Castillo, another corner. Close moment there for Honduras. Their best chance of the game, arguably. Good save by McGlynn off the line. Corner, Honduras, Brady. Swung over top, headers away, play continues. Castillo. Ball across, header, Brady left. Honduras had 2 players going for the same ball. Charging, Clark, yellow. Appears to be Tomas Sorto. What's going through the 34-year-old mind of a legend at Progreso? He won 3 titles there. 11 years as a pro player. Stopped playing to become the head coach of Progreso on the Tela FC, and then through the under-17s as the head coach, now the under-20 head coach in Honduras. Seemingly his future as bright as could be. Now we're in, his side's down 3-0. Overly ambitious again from Sorto. Two changes for the U.S. That's Tyler Wolf and Diego Luna. That's it for McGlynn. Certainly he's done his job on the night. And that's it for Quinn Sullivan. Scored his 6th of the tournament. He'll take a victory lap. Tied with Aceituno, most goals in this under-20 championship. And at this rate, Sullivan will be the last man standing to try and own the Golden Boot. Aronson, his teammates, on 5. Luna has been hugely impressive. You venture a guess that a lot of Americans didn't know who he was when he was playing at El Paso. They know now. Transferred for $250,000 to RSL. His action in this tournament has folks up in the Rocky Mountains thinking they may have gotten a steal. Alvarado camped under it. Aronson gave chase. Floated in behind down the left side. Pumping the brakes, entering the area. Rolled right at Brady. Everything but a finish for Jeffrey Macias so far. You'd have to say he's been the most impressive for Honduras. U.S. has not lost to Honduras in the modern era of this tournament, dating back to 2009. Drew twice and a 1-0 U.S. win in 2018. They met the final of this tournament in 2017 in San Jose in Costa Rica. Went to penalties. Luna got knocked down. You don't realize just how tricky he is by watching him strut around. It's when he gets on the ball that he can be awe-inspiring. Ball rolled ahead. Aronson again denied. Rodas got there. Luna, by the way, 4 assists. Most on the side. Nobody making a run there for the U.S. There's Luna. Trying to work off of Craig. Did it well. Craig rolls. Aronson turns. Falls in front. Denial. Garcia on Wolf. In theory, Sullivan, who came off a moment ago, 6 goals and 3 assists, barring a goal or multiple assists from Aceituno, would lead him for the Golden Boot. High arcing ball, swatted away, Garcia. Aronson, come on! Aronson out of room. Arnold Mencia on, end of the night for Jason Contreras. Fourth change for Honduras. Turned over, nearly rolled through. Aceituno was there. But from distance, Brady's going to walk it off. Ball over the top. Flags down for now. Now it's up. Second time Aronson's been caught toeing the line. Brady got the job done. Down to Brady. Aceituno walks up to him. U.S. playing with fire here. 3 goals up. Been able to break out of that pressure. Play on. Zuniga into the back. Aronson. It's going the other way. It's a dive. Yellow card shown to Macias for simulation. Absolutely. He felt contact from Aronson. It was never there. All the way down, Garcia. Carrasco. Free kick, Honduras. 20 minutes to go. They still very much believe they can do this. Foul from Caden Clark. Garcia. Anthony Garcia. Turning shot, Brady lets it out. That was Mencia. U.S. going to their bench twice more. That's Nico Chikaris and Jackson Hopkins. Thought Obed Vargas would wear the number 18. Injured with Seattle. He was supposed to arrive some point in the knockout stage. That's it for Paxton Aronson. And that's it for Alejandro Alvarado Jr. Karas. For the U.S., that's all 5 subs. The 11 on the field. If all goes well over the next 18 minutes, the first 11 to celebrate the sound of a whistle that signifies the return of the United States to the Olympic Games. A trip back to defend their twice-over title, the under-20s, chance at a three-peat. Ball grabbed by Brady. The U.S. won their first title in this tournament in 2017 in Costa Rica. You think back to the squad they assembled at the time. It was a 12-team tournament. Didn't have the Olympic connotations. But Luca De La Torre, Tyler Adams, Eric Palmer Brown. Goalkeeper came way out. Goalkeeper ain't gonna catch this. Now he's got it. That's a lot of risk from Garcia in a moment that regrettably calls for it. And Tyler Wolff back up as Honduras charges the other way. The line of 4 for the U.S. breaking apart and dropping back. Arriaga chipped it wide, and that's chipped over. And Honduras slowly running out of time. The U.S. winning the under-20 in the most recent version of this tournament as well, 2018. That second title team placed players into the U.S. national team as well. David Ochoa, who's been part of the U.S. Olympic qualifying side, opting to represent Mexico now. Ayo Akinola, who represents Canada now. Mark McKenzie. Wonderful for Honduras. All the way in and across and beyond the post. Honduras giving their last gasp now. Tafet Nunez comes on from Olympia. Aceituno comes off. You feel for the young man. 6 goals in 352 minutes. The group stage, and certainly against Panama, unstoppable. He scored the opener against Curacao, both goals against Panama. Look at how close he was on this ball across to getting the touch that could have put Honduras back into the game. Instead, his night is over. Header back to Brady. Halliday. Craig. Luna. Brady's shown a yellow a moment ago, time wasting. Brady in trouble. The U.S. is playing with their food in a way that should make them very uncomfortable. Corner Honduras. If Honduras can get one, will the dam break? Service. First headers away from Craig. Falls to Castillo. Given away to Luna. The U.S. flocking forward. Tyler Wolf. Noah Allen. Laid off to Luna. Nearly to Luna. Rodas. He started it. Rodas can end it. Corner. The U.S. have no subs left to make. Neither is Honduras, for that matter. Difficult to break the momentum right now. Garcia. Taken out of the air, Castillo. Rodas laying it ahead again. Ball rolled across. Falls Carrasco. Offside flag would have been up either way. Arriaga was trailing. Carrasco was ripping down the field. There's the offside. There it is past Arriaga. And there it is off target from Carrasco. Ten minutes to go. Could one more break Honduras' spirit? Ball touched away Garcia. Recovered and hammered at frame by Clark. Off target. The whistle. And a card to Craig. Some of the bleachers seem to be thinning out. Garcia living dangerously. Luna never was able to get the shot away. Well done to track back by Anthony Garcia. Free kick. Won by Nico Chikaris. Arriaga, the latest to gain a card. Ian Sorto and Macias for Honduras. Craig, Brady on cards for the U.S. Jurgen Garcia. Try and keep Honduras in this. For Craig, this could be the dagger. Craig! Oh, he hit the post. Surely that would have been a deflator for Honduras. How does your spirit come back from that? Now they're charging the other way. They've overcooked it. Carrasco. He had him beat. He was a foot away from providing a sure end. For Honduras, it'll be the first time they miss the Olympics for men's football in quite some time, if this scoreline holds. 2004. What a run. Fourth place in 2016. In 2020, a win over New Zealand at the Olympic Games in Tokyo. Craig. Carrasco. Still not cleared. Nunez. Nunez again. The U.S. falling all over each other to keep this away. Luna couldn't drag it through. Instead, Sorto. And now it's Allen drawing the foul. And Carrasco coming back to it. Yellow card came out. Out by Luna, swept outside, Caden Clark. Mencia. Mencia. Foul. Oh, it's a red. A straight red card. Macias was on a yellow. That's automatic. Another look. Ball came into Jacaris. Studs exposed. Down the side of the leg. There's a step straight into the ankle. And this restless crowd in Honduras throwing items onto the field as they make their exit. Honduras reduced to 10. Their run at the Olympics will come to a disappointing conclusion here in the semifinal of the Under-20 Concacaf Championship. For the U.S., you'd have to say they are massive favorites come the finale against the Dominican Republic. Rolled through Tyler Wolff. Is there an exclamation point for Clark? Wolff went down, recovered by Mencia. Honduras charging to get one back. Flex multiple times. U.S. clears. Luna. Clark lost his footing. Final will be on Sunday. All signs point to the U.S. and the Dominican Republic. That's it. Finally, the U.S. are going back to the Olympics. And they do it against their Achilles heel, Honduras. A 3-0 win to reach the final of the Concacaf Under-20 Championship. They'll have their chance at a three-peat on Sunday. Aronson, Alvarado, and Sullivan score for the United States. Disappointment for Honduras. They can't quite believe it ended this way in front of a packed home venue, the Estadio Morazan. The U.S. got both tickets they came for. They'll have every chance to get the trophy as well on Sunday against the Dominican Republic. Till then, for our entire team at home and abroad, Mike Watts saying thanks for watching the CONCACAF Under-20 Championship semifinal. It finishes the United States 3, Honduras 0. Good night.